one key learning for today is extremely simple, and it is this. The 4-month period immediately prior to conception should be considered the real first trimester. In other words, healthy parents make healthy babies, and ensuring the optimal health of both prospective parents during that real first trimester will have a positive impact on every aspect of the reproductive cycle, from fertility right through to breastfeeding. But most importantly, it will have a positive impact on the health of that lucky child for his or her entire lifetime. So why is this message my thing, and why has it now been my singular preoccupation for 35 years of my professional life? Well, let me take you back to 1985. We're in an inner city suburb, and I'm attending my very first nursing mothers meeting. We're a group of about 10 new mums with our babies ranging from just a few weeks of age to a few months. And we're sharing our stories, namely what was our greatest challenge and then our greatest joy on our journey to becoming a mum. So those stories started with Angela's long, hard road to conceiving, her years of heartache and trying, then the decision to opt for IVF. This decision led to significant stress on her relationship and the family finances until finally a successful conception and now the baby nursing at her breast. Jenny told us about numerous miscarriages with no explanation from doctors and her years of anxiety and disappointment before she finally carried a baby daughter to full term. Lacey had got pregnant easily but was horrified when she went into premature labour at 30 weeks. The next 3 months were a nightmare of twice daily visits to intensive care and the constant stress as her tiny daughter suffered health setbacks along with growth and progress until finally, to Lacey's great delight, she was able to take her home. Fiona had undergone an emergency caesarean. She'd only ever expected to have a normal birth, so felt she'd failed, and she certainly wasn't prepared for the after effects of major surgery or of her diminished desire to mother her new baby. Now, she was thrilled when her detachment finally passed and she was actually able to start enjoying her role as a new mum. And the stories continued. And I'm sure you will relate to some elements of each one. The months of TTC, pregnancy issues, birth complications, baby blues and full-blown postnatal depression, colicky babies, sleepless nights, unpreparedness for the reality of being a new mum, alongside the many undoubtedly joy-filled moments of being a new parent. And then it came to my turn. And my experience had been the direct opposite of everything I'd been listening to. At age 37, I'd conceived in the very first cycle. I had a trouble-free pregnancy, none of the usual ills and discomforts. I felt wonderful, and my first son made his entry into the world at home after 3 hours in labour with my partner and our midwife present. It was the most profound experience of my life. The days that followed were filled with a great sense of wonder and total well-being. Our baby was beautiful, vigorous and alert, and now at age 33, that son is the extremely healthy father of my 2 grandsons, and the transgenerational effects of robust preconception care are very apparent. But I've been truly blessed. In 1982, I had the great good fortune, that was after 15 years in community pharmacy, I was then completing postgraduate studies in nutritional medicine, to learn of the work of the British group Foresight, the Association for the Promotion of Preconceptual Care showed beyond doubt that when both prospective parents improved their diet, adopted a healthy lifestyle and cleaned up their environment in the months before their baby was conceived, they could expect to improve every aspect of reproduction and expect an exceptionally bright, happy, healthy child. So acting on that information had dramatically changed my experience of becoming a mum, and I knew from the very earliest days of David's life that Alex and I had done something right, and I wanted to share that knowledge with the world. So I was now a woman on a mission, and here I am at 71, still on the campaign trail. So what's involved in preconception health care? Well, first of all, both partners equally. Then squeaky clean diet and lifestyle in place, not being put in place, but in place for a minimum period of 4 months prior to conception. And may I say, the longer the preparation, the better. An abundance of all essential building blocks and an absence of anything that is potentially toxic. Now, it's a really simple formula. And today I'm going to leave you with a few key take-home points that could get you or someone you know started on the path to the healthiest baby or maybe the healthiest grandbaby possible. So before you even start trying, you need the following in place. Hormone balance is a key requirement for a healthy conception and pregnancy, but there are hormone disruptors all around us, with hormonal birth control at the very top of the list. But also skincare products, agricultural chemicals, plastics, nutritional deficits, and stress, just to name a few. We want a healthy microbiome in both prospective parents. So we are only just beginning to recognise the importance for both physical and mental health that the bacterial half of us contribute. Organic produce. Simple step, one very simple step that can not only improve your all-important nutritional status, but reduce your exposure to a host of toxic chemicals, including Roundup, which has a drastic effect on the health of the microbiome. Nutritional supplements that are specific for his and her reproductive health. It is a simple and irrefutable fact that a diet that is good enough to support adult life may fail to adequately support reproduction. Detoxification. 2 litres of high-quality purified water every day is a good way to start on a detox program, but if you believe that toxic exposure or an unhealthy lifestyle has been an issue for you, then I would suggest a full, professionally orchestrated detoxification program. Completely avoid any of the social poisons, which include alcohol, caffeine, cigarettes, and drugs. Now, whether those drugs are bought over the counter, prescribed, social or otherwise, they need to be absolutely out of that critical 4-month preconception workup. Now, interestingly, the AMA has only very recently acknowledged that there is no known safe level of alcohol consumption during pregnancy. It is a teratogen at any level, potential teratogen at any level. But it's also a direct testicular toxin. So it's poison to the place where the sperm are being made. And it's also particularly damaging if drunk just before and around the time of conception. There's no doubt it will seriously reduce anybody's chances of having an optimally healthy baby, so in a complete no-go area for both prospective parents and, of course, for pregnant and breastfeeding mums. Avoid environmental toxicity. Reduce your use of chemical-laden products, and in particular, pay attention to what might be in your skincare products. Using 12 products a day, you could expose yourself to 175 chemicals. Also, limit your exposure to electromagnetic radiation. There's enough evidence to suggest that developing cells are adversely affected. So to reduce that exposure and protect the health of egg, sperm and your baby, keep your mobile phones, laptops, notepads, tablets, whatever, out of pockets and off laps. Establish a regular exercise routine. Both aerobic conditioning and strength training are important. If you're overweight, reducing your body mass index by just a few points can significantly increase your potential for conception. And finally, reduce stress and maintain a positive attitude. Stress is a fertility killer and can have a hugely negative impact on a baby in utero. The stress reduction tools you can choose are many and varied: meditation, walks in nature, restful sleep. So turn off all of your electronic devices at night, keep them out of the bedroom. But my favourite, and one that can positively impact future parenting practices, has already been mentioned today, is that wonderful hormone oxytocin. It is the direct counter to the cortisol and adrenaline cascade that negatively impacts every aspect of reproduction. So if you ever wondered why you feel so fabulous and sleep so well after great sex, that's oxytocin. And of course, anyone who's been TTC for a while isn't getting the spontaneity of sex, and it's losing its joyfulness because the timing's important, honey come home, I'm ovulating, and so on. So then, last of all, consult a health professional if either of you suffer from chronic or existing conditions, or if you've had a prior reproductive problem. So that's it in a nutshell. Simple recommendations that are at the heart of how we ensure the next generation gets the healthiest possible start in life. That start has its foundation in ensuring the optimal physical and mental health of both prospective parents well before conception. And of course, the formula also has at its core a profound respect for both ourselves and for our children. And may I also say, as Mama Marlene so eloquently pointed out this morning, the foundation is everything. And this is really the foundation for everything. So thank you.